Hi, I'm Tom Marks with the Marks Law Firm in Orlando, Florida, and welcome to the Healthy Family Law Attorney. I have a really special guest today, AJ Fowinkle, attorney with the Marks Law Firm. So, AJ is an established, collaboratively trained family law and criminal defense attorney. AJ has more than 16 years of experience in all of Central Florida practicing law. So AJ is a U.S. Navy veteran and the son of a decorated Navy commander. Interestingly, AJ volunteers his time as a mentor and an attorney in the Veterans Court. He also volunteers his time giving talks to groups about focusing on self-help and addiction issues. In law school, AJ was a member of the Moot Court Honor Society, and he was asked to represent his law school in the national competition in Washington, D.C. So AJ's had over 50 trials in criminal defense and family law. He's an active member in Journey Church, and his wife's name is Jennifer. And welcome aboard. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me today.
Well, I'm kind of thrilled. This is unique. I haven't had any member of the firm on the channel yet, so this should be fun. So we have 10 core values that we kind of structure the firm around, things like leadership and great attitude and excellence and teamwork. So I thought I'd start with what are some of the, core principles or values of the firm that you really identify with?
So heart for the client is the first one that really pops out for me. Great attitude and teamwork are also ones that are very, very near and dear to my heart. You only work as well as the team that's around you, right? And this firm has an excellent mentality of teamwork. If anyone needs help with anything, it's an open door policy, all the way from the attorneys down to the paralegals and legal assistants, and even our receptionists, which we lovingly refer to as our DOFI, our Director of First Impressions. So we have great teamwork here, but the one that I think really appeals to me the most, and with just kind of like my makeup and who I truly am, is heart for the client.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, you really have an innate ability to connect with clients. I think you really deeply care about them and want to help them through this very difficult process we call family law. So, okay, AJ, you practice both family law and criminal defense. How do you think that combination of those two areas of practice really benefit our clients?
Well, it's interesting. I practiced criminal defense for about 12 years. And throughout that process, especially when I had my own practice doing criminal defense, I would often have clients that I had represented come back to me and go, hey, I need a family law issue done now. And so I slowly started getting into family law. But there is an intersect in a number of our cases, because oftentimes it's maybe a battery charge, domestic violence battery charge, or a violation of an injunction, or just the need for an injunction, where that kind of crosses over the criminal defense and the family law worlds. And so being the only criminal defense attorney or having that experience or that background within this firm, I think provides an added feature for our clients in order to utilize. Whether we represent them or they just need some advice on some certain aspects of it, we're here to help them.
Yeah, I personally find it a great benefit because I only do family law. So I don't do any criminal defense. And I tell the client, we've got AJ Fowinkle in the firm. That's what he has an expertise in. He'll be happy to help you. You come on cases that we have that may have that element where there's a, domestic violence injunction or criminal charges against, hopefully, and usually it's the other party, not our client, but we do represent clients with that. So it's great to have you to be able to help those clients in that way. So let's talk about your greatest strength. We may have touched on it a little bit already, but I think I know what your strengths are, but tell us, what do you think they are?
I think connecting with the client, right? And that kind of associates with our core values of heart for the client. But being able to connect with the client, being able to walk with them in their time of need, it's often a very emotional process, whether it's criminal defense or family law. It's a very confusing time for our clients. They have lots of questions. There's lots of either anger or highly emotional situations that are going on, and they just need someone that'll listen to them. And it's kind of like Covey says in his 7 habits, right, of highly effective people, empathetic listening, right? Seek first to understand your client, the people who are in front of you. And that's sometimes difficult, especially for attorneys, right? Because attorneys often come to the table as I'm in charge, and it's, seek first to be understood. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to go about it. Here's what I think. Here's what I want to do. But for me, there's certainly, obviously a time and place for that. But I think first and foremost, to establish client rapport in order to make sure that they're being heard. For me personally, I absolutely seek first to understand my client. If that means they need to cry on our shoulder or spend some time in a consultation venting about what's going on, I'm okay with that. Right? I'm here to walk with them through their time of need.
Yeah, I think you're really good at showing the client empathy rather than sympathy. Sympathy, I think of as kind of like looking down at somebody and showing kind of, sorrow for them. But empathy is you kind of putting yourself in their shoes and walking with them and helping them through the process. So I love that. And seek first to understand and then to be understood. So that's awesome. I think we have it written at the top of our intake sheet. Let the client talk first. And because you're right, so many attorneys want to just start talking and like they know it all, and they haven't really heard what the client really wants to try to accomplish. Okay, so you've been with the firm now for over 3 years. What attracted you to the Marks Law Firm in the first place?
Oh, reputation. You've been doing family law and have had your firm here in Central Florida for right at 30 years. And so I first met you through the Christian Chamber. And even then, knowing your reputation among that community, but also in family law realms and even in the criminal defense realms and some of the crossover that we had in some of those cases. The Marks Law Firm was always a name that was very well respected with any one of my peers that I talked to. So reputation, obviously, in the community, the excellence that you kind of demand that the entire staff, not just the attorneys, provide to our clients. And I think that those are the things that drew me in. And then after being here very quickly, you could see just how the firm is run with, the monthly meetings that we do with the entire firm to kind of, here's the state of the firm, here's what's going on. Open forum meetings where anyone, regardless of your position in the firm, can come in and provide ideas and insight or problems or issues. I think it's wonderful. And then obviously being a faith-based firm was very important to me as well.
Well, I really find that affirming because it's been a lot of work, and I really believe that it's so important. If we believe in families, we want to provide hope and help to families to successfully navigate the family law process in a healthy way. We have to be healthy. We have to be a team and have great attitude, great excellence, and all that. So, AJ, what is maybe the one thing that you think sets the Marks Law Firm apart from other maybe family law firms?
I think 2 things really come to mind to me, if I can do 2.
Okay.
Excellence in work product. We really do focus our energy in making sure that what we are putting out, whether it's in motions, whether it's in hearings, whether it's with communicating and negotiating with other law firms, that we really do know what we're doing excellence, right, in our work product. And then, again, for me personally, coming back, I think we do a really good job of, and we've already touched upon it before, but the heart for the client, right? And connecting with the client. I can't tell you how many clients that I've represented here at this firm that have said, AJ, you have no idea the difference from my previous law firm and coming here and the way that you have handled my case. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and to walk us through what's going on. And I'm surprised that I hear that as often as we do. But certainly because I hear that so often, that's got to be something that sets us apart.
Yeah, and I so appreciate you and the way that you care for our clients. And I know you agree that as a faith-based firm, which is unusual amongst family law firms to really hold out that we do believe in God and that we do want to honor him, because we believe if we honor God, he will honor us and as we represent our clients. So that's awesome. All right, my friend, last question I ask every guest on the channel, because this is the Healthy Family Law Attorney. Do you have a healthy tip for our viewers today?
I do. And my healthy tip would be take time for yourself, right? We get caught up in the hustle and bustle. I've got a young family, my kids are still young and very, very active and dealing with, our clients. I often will tell our clients that are going through, some traumatic and emotional events or time in their life, take time for yourself. It's real. What renews you? What restores you? What soothes or calms you? You really need to take time to focus on yourself, because that gives you clarity of mind. It gives you a better attitude, a better ability to adjust and to take on information that may be negative or disheartening and be able to process and work through it than if you're just in a crazed and kind of busy state of mind. So take time for yourself. It's healthy for your body and soul and mind.
Well, that's great advice. And I know that you take time for your family too. And I know that you love your kids, and I know you're going to your daughter's volleyball game this afternoon. So kudos to you. Thanks for being part of the team here. To our viewers, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions for AJ or me, please leave those in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for future videos or guests that you'd like to see on the channel, just put that in the comment section below. AJ, thanks so much for being on the channel today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, and we'll see everybody next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.